Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Well, we finished the bounty quest, our first bounty quest. Got several places we need to be. I should go to... Gotta go to Hasongo, which is way over there. Go to Fort Deadlight, which is closer. I could go turn in this quest. I feel like I want to go turn this quest in. Even though it's a lot of running back and forth, I probably should hit Deadfire first. But let's actually handle that later. Let's turn the quest in. Kind of want to get these bounties underway. Mostly because it's a good way to build up loot and experience. Speaking of loot, I gotta handle some later. Oh no, I'm not good on water. No. Okay, crew dehydrated. There was no reason for them to be dehydrated. There was zero reason for them to be dehydrated. I just didn't pay attention. That was my bad. Well... let's get them water. Let's try this other stuff first. See, and that should give them plenty to go by. Fortunately, my morale is real high. I don't know why. They're living on fruit. That is like the most horrible diet ever when you're in an enclosed space. Oh, wait. There's something over here. Hey, can you imagine just living on nothing but fruit for weeks at a time? Oh, God. I'm going to check out this abandoned village. Alright, time to search. Nature's Embrace. That's all that I found. Now I gotta get a kind of a concept of what I've been finding here. Is there a way to sort this? The party stash. Let's sort it by cell value. Sure, why not? Cypher's Shackle is a +1 constitution and resistance to dexterity afflictions. I kind of want to put it on him. Nature's Embrace grants the wearer and nearby allies wood skin when the wearer is critically hit. All seasons, +3 burn armor rating, +3 freeze armor rating. What does it mean, all seasons? Oh, that's just the name of the ability. Well, who gets critically hit a lot? I want to say that Eder doesn't, so we're going to put this on him. Alright, got a fine rod. A fine rod indeed. Which is a straight up upgrade for me. We've got fine padded armor. Which is almost as good as my mail armor. But not quite. How about hers? She's got Sharpshooter's Garb, which is better because of the gunnery boost. And this is not quite good for her. Okay. How about Fine Mail Armor, which is a straight-up upgrade for me, so I'm going to equip it. Or was it an upgrade for... no, he's still got the Saint Wars armor from the first game. Stone of Power, +1 Intellect, which is slightly less useful than what I have, so I'm not even going to bother with it. Fine medium round shield. Who has shields? Who is really good at shields? It's going to be an upgrade for Eder. An ordinary sword. Well, it does slightly more damage than what he has. And I think it's slightly more accurate as well. And versus a fine sword, which is exactly the same thing. So ordinary sword and fine sword are identical. Go figure. It's going to be an upgrade for her on her offhand. A fine battle axe. Does anybody actually use a battle axe? Yes, he does. Upgrade for me. Oh, wait. There we go. There's the upgrade. Magic dagger and a fine... Or just a normal dagger and a fine dagger. That'll work. And I think that about covers it. I think that's about everything. Everything for everybody. Oh, not quite. Cowl of the Piercing Gaze. Go ahead and put that on her. Anyone got anything else sticking in their thing? Got a blunderbuss versus a pistol. I can't help but think that blunderbuss may be more useful for Eder. What did I do for Eder's weapon proficiencies? He's got arquebus. He doesn't have pistol, and he doesn't have bow. So the arquebus, the magic arquebus, even though it's a secondary weapon, might be more useful for Eder. There we go. Now we're all settled. I meant to do that between episodes, but you know what? Sometimes you take what you get. Yeah, let's check out the map. Kind of head up this way. I like finding stuff in the middle of the ocean. Oh, now this is neat. Getting sidetracked exploring these islands. Alright, what's Osa Channel? As you travel northwest, you discover a broad channel separating you from the flat expanse of a sandy islet. A wooden bridge spans the waterway, easily wide enough to accommodate a cart and horse. A crowd throngs the bridge, an eclectic menagerie of clean-coated Valians, Aumaua in bright and colorful robes, and even the odd Orlan. Down the hill, by the water's edge, a small cluster of Aumaua have gathered. Approach them near the water. From the shore, you see that the channel's current seems significantly stronger than it had from afar, perhaps fed from recent storms. The Hana gather here, garbed in thin robes and little else, watching as you approach. One steps forward, her own gown in far brighter colors than those around her. She cants her head to the side. You look bedraggled, stranger, as if the sea spat you upon our shore. What for you came here? To watch? What's all this about? The arc of her hand describes first the swimmers, then the waters, then the islet on the other side. They channel the Osa Channel. The rains fell and the waters run swift. They must swim swifter yet. For each who finishes, there is honor. For the one who wins, there is more. I'll examine the competitors. With the... I want to say my main. Partial success. The largest of them, a bald woman, is all muscle. She'd be menacing in a fight, but in the water, the bulk might slow her down. One of them, a man with tightly curled blonde hair, combines lean muscle with a compact frame. As he stretches, he watches the water as if it were an old friend. You doubt that the third, a gangly teen, should even be here. A light wind may carry him away, and I'll examine them again, except this time with someone with better perception. I reckon the blonde has the advantage, being both strong and compact. Alright. Who stands the best chance of winning? The one in Nagati favors as sure as the tide. I'd like to join the race. Oh, it's a warder-only check! Several of the gathered Hana chuckle. The woman merely smiles, bowing her head slightly. Challenging Osa is always done by Aumaua to prove strength and stamina in the water. I stay afraid it may be too much for another kit. Let's try the first one. I thought the Hana were traditionally a welcoming people. She bows her head. Then what welcome would we provide if we fed our guests unknowing to Nagati? When her gaze returns to you, she bears a small smile, but you are not unknowing, I say. She nods and motions you towards the channel. Then go and join the others at the water's edge. Leave your clothes upon the rocks and they will warm you after. Alright. Go to the water and strip down. You shrug off your brine-crusted clothes and lay your belongings on the rocks. My Watcher, you sure are. I mean, well, there goes Jody. You spring off the stone and crash into the cool, crisp salt water with the other swimmers. Partial success there. As you kick and pull, the current pushes back with the strength of a bear. You keep pace with Juana, although your muscles burn with the effort. One of the Juana, you notice, struggles to remain in the pack. No, he's struggling just to stay above water. His desperate gasps carry down the channel. Sure, I'll help him. You wrap an arm around the struggling swimmer, and he has the wherewithal not to struggle against you as you swim him towards land. You pull yourself onto the rocky shore and help him up behind you. The large, bald woman pulls ahead and reaches the goal first. The crowd roars as she walks onto the far shore, fists raised victoriously. The young swimmer squeezes your arm. Many thanks, Ekara. The crowd on the bridge thins and the commotion dies down. Your journey continues. Better than just a waste of time, I guess. Alright, fishing village. Don't really need anything, though. I don't think I can actually explore up here. Well, I can. There looks like a clearing up here. See if there's anything in that clearing. Nope. Let's just head on out. You gotta occasionally check these islands out. This game has got so much exploration in it. At least thus far. You can technically grab stuff to trade. Okay, there's this place again. Already explored it. And on to Nekataka. Yeah, this is going to take forever if I just back and forth and back and forth. But that's actually okay. So I'm getting some exploration in here and there. I haven't explored the island Nekataka's on, though. So I need to get some drink or whatever. First of all, let's go ahead and turn our quest in. As realized, Eder is proficient in Arquebus, not Blunderbuss, and that's a blunderbuss. Oh well.
Mind if I be asking how?
Faith can do many a thing, Seraphim. Add a little copper and Audra, and a normal lantern can work miracles.
Aye, don't those be the tools of the Animancer's art?
Maybe. But I'm no Animancer, that's for sure. I ain't out to play God. Only serve mine.
Alright, let's go turn that quest in. I should probably stop by the Valian Trading Company, too, to see if I can get some work from there. That is, if that's the one I actually want to join. I'm not sure about that yet. There's so much to do. Is this the guy I need? Yeah, that's the guy I need. Alright, give Meryl's head. She joins the goddess of death in the beyond.
My first bounty to pay off.
Nice.
Exciting day for us both. Maybe it's not much, but as I make more deals, more buyers will be available, Ak.
Alright, what other bounties do you have?
I finally managed to land the rights to a bounty of value. You may not like it. There is a thirsty drake who roosts near an oasis northeast of Magia Island. An important site for refilling canteens. The local tribes call him Purakeo, after a sea dragon of lake.
So there's a drake hunt.
Even so, they have no love for this water thief.
Alright, I'll return with his head. Sure thing. Then let's stop by the Valian Trading Company. Actually, let's get some supplies first.
No. You see anything?
If I can get supplies. Unlimited water, but there's not much in terms of the other stuff. I can always get more grog. I think that may be a mistake, though. I think I'd be better off buying it at the general supply shop. Alright, off to the Valian Trading Company.
We
Go ahead and loot this place.
Cards if you want to be difficult, amico. Kindly leave.
If Luca doesn't see reason, the Duape will lose their lands. For their sake, I must...
That's enough out of you. Good day.
And what's this guy about? The young Wana wears a disconcerted frown. He meets your approach with a flicker of a welcoming smile, but it dies down quickly.
Please, I must ask a favor.
Oh, here we go. He shies back from making eye contact, keeping his head lowered.
What say? Do you have business with the Valian Trading Company?
Not yet, at least. Why?
My people of the Duape. We signed a contract with the company.
Tawenu looks toward the headquarters with a despondent frown.
We were not understanding the terms at the time.
Too many big words for you, friend? Next time, hire an advocate.
Oh man, she is ice cold. Opening his mouth to retort, Tawenu instead takes in Maya with confusion before turning back to you.
I wish to, renegotiate. But the clerks turned me away.
Alright, tell me more about this contract.
My father, the Ranga, took payment from the company. In exchange, they dig for Audra.
He speaks with more confidence as if these words were rehearsed several times over.
He did not understand the Valian way. When he dies, the Outlanders will claim our island for themselves.
That's unfortunate.
Father has fallen ill, and the clerk, Luca, stands by the agreement as surely as if it was stamped in his skin.
I'm guessing the company didn't like someone challenging their unfair deal.
Kira. When the Valian clerk learned I was from the Duape, he became very anxious. I made my appeals to Luca, but my words were as stones dropped down the deepest well. While I am barred from the company office, I can do nothing for my people.
Alright, well, I'll meet with this Luca. Sure.
Kira, my thanks. I will remain here by day until justice is done.
The worst of his concerns are quickly overshadowed by a broad smile.
My words were only the crashing of waves. You will speak with authority, I say.
Indeed, I hope so. Might be worth a quick save before I try, though, just in case. Alright, so what have we here? I'm guessing this is the business room. Yep, there's Luca. The clerk busies himself about the room, favoring you with a brief glance. He rubs under his eyes and exhales through his nose.
Merla, if you are not on the schedule, you are here to waste my time.
Examine the clerk. Luca's shirt is spotted with a number of faded purple stains as you recognize as droplets of wine. Someone has tried unsuccessfully to wash them out. Noting your interest, Luca tugs his jacket closed.
The service at the tavern are clumsy. Most clumsy, indeed.
Alright, I spoke with Tawenu outside. You have a claim on his tribe's land.
A lawful claim, I might add. No matter what the native says to the contrary.
Indeed.
You showed up with a forged contract, as if I wouldn't know the difference between our paperwork and theirs.
He gestures dismissively out the door.
Tawenu is lucky I only seized the forgery. The Galad is too good for his kind.
Alright. There must be some agreeable way to sort out Tawenu's problem.
Your villager friend would do well not to stand between the company and our prize. The company is allowed to solve problems as we see fit. And right now, Tawenu is a problem. Besides, lying is second nature to the Ranga heir and his ignorant cliente.
Alright, Tawenu mentioned you were anxious about talking to him. Why?
The crown has been known to grimace at our client tribal privileges.
He steeples his fingers together and chooses his words with care.
We do not allow local trouble to stymie us so that Rawatai can steal an advantage.
You're ashamed of the practice and you don't want to admit it.
Tostenago, the company has every reason to congratulate itself. Now move along. I have larger matters to resolve than the fate of one insignificant island.
Might be things I can sort out otherwise. Oh, well, look. I can grab that, no problem. And this. Hey, it's company property, leave it alone. Well, if it's company property, then why is it not marked with theft? Governor's bodyguard. What the hell is in here? Nothing important. Nothing important.
It's still going on, is it? When will those arrogant louts decide that enough is enough?
Nobody to talk to in here, necessarily. Let's go grab that.
Not a chance.
Alright, Governor Alvari is severe but fair. I suppose I should try to talk to the
My
governor.
fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so neat.
Ecclesi, you have business here.
I've just come from Port Mage. Governor Clario suggested I might find work here.
You are in luck. The governor is between meetings. Go on in.
Sure thing. And here we go. Standing next to her desk and lost in thought, Governor Alvari looks up at your approach. Her expression of intent focus thaws instantly, and she greets you with a startlingly sunny
The
smile.
Watcher. From the palace, yes? You made quite the impression on the Cantonese. He went on for ages. Welcome. Make yourself comfortable. I
Okay.
am Nueva Alvari, Governor in Residence of the Valiant Trading Company here in Nekataka. What brings you to my door?
I've come from Port Mage. Governor Clario suggested the Valiant Trading Company might have work for me.
Generous of him. I am a little surprised he gave you up, to be honest. His operations on Port Mage must be going more smoothly than reported.
Not quite.
How much do you know about the luminous Adra trade?
I know Aothis is looking for it.
Yes, they warned me you had some interesting notions. Let's just say he isn't alone then. Every viable deposit is of interest to us. Cartographers, surveyors, at any moment we have a dozen expeditions underway. Some weeks ago, we received word of
I like
a
this
large
voice acting.
quantity of luminous Adra on a distant island. Pukokahara. It is
Okay.
not charted on any of our maps.
Poko Kahara, so I gotta keep my eyes out for it.
Pukokahara is said to neighbor the island of Tikawara, and we've already made contact with the natives there. We dispatched an expedition to Tikawara with instructions to locate the Adra site and determine its value. Our people have neither returned nor sent any
That's
word
not
on
that's
their
not good.
progress.
Sounds like they may have been wiped out. Alvari spreads her hands in a gesture of helplessness.
We are too long delayed, and someone must finish the job. A
Sure
watcher
thing.
can determine if there is essence in the Adra, if it is worth the trouble and investment to remove it.
Alright, if I'm
Information for which we are willing to pay.
to sail to Tikawara, I'll need to purchase some supplies.
Yes, I take your meaning. Here, a taste of what's to come.
Not bad.
This will be of some use to you, I think. It entitles you to act as a commissioned agent of the Valiant Trading Company. Present it and you will be recognized as such.
Alvari presses a document into your hand. Got the writ of commission.
Until then, I believe we're finished.
We are indeed.
Return here once you have word of our agents and our prize. Oh, and take care upon the open sea. There are greater hazards in these waters.
So I'm beginning to understand. Well, I've got actual work to do now. Nice. Maybe I can come over and harangue that guy later. Get in good with the governor and then use my influence. It's the best way to do it. Okay, so...
What all do you write in those reports of yours, Maya? Did you detail the Watcher? What about me?
I may have told the company one or two choice details about you.
Uh-oh.
For real? You thought me worth noting in your politic papers? Maybe I'll make my temple proud yet.
I doubt it.
Flattered. Interesting. Guess I'll add that to the next report.
That's funny. I guess it's just off to... Oh, god damn it. I hate it when you got, like, streets with dead ends. You gotta go all the way around. Well, I guess I'll be off then. I'll go ahead and see you when I get to see. Alright, buying supplies. Well, I can buy new sails, but only if I get a ton of money. No, I could afford some sails. What are these upgrades? So you can upgrade your ship, and you can buy new ones. It's interesting. Well, I'm trying to supply. Here we go. Let's get some loggers. And I will just straight up buy 50 of them. It's a start. And hopefully a good start. Mariner's porridge. Might be useful. So let's leave by sea. Tikawara is off that direction. So here I go. Got a sea shanty? That's actually neat. Yeah, I don't know what this place is. Let's explore this island. I'll note when you're not on ship when the day changes, you can avoid using up supplies. It only costs you the day's wages. Oh, Tangaloa's Maw. Okay, yeah, this is, I think that might be where it is, where I need to be. And I have to go through to get in there, so I'm going to leave off on this island for now. Keep going down this direction. Oh no, a storm. Heavy clouds darken the horizon. No! The clouds darken in the distance, piling one atop the next as if in battles for superiority. A vision-searing thread of lightning forks between sea and sky, followed almost immediately by a rib-rattling crash of thunder. Aldengrim eyes the storm and spits. I wish this ship had a bosun. There's no one better to have with you in a storm. Your crew looks to you. Your orders? I will assign the crew duty. Bodil, take this line and lash yourself to the wheel. I don't want you going overboard. With a grimace, Beodil accepts the rope and begins looping it through the spokes of the wheel and his own belt. Okay, assign deckhand duties. Bring the rain barrels up from the hold. Everyone into the rigging. We'll need to reef the sails. The crew ascends into the rigging, pulling lines and tying off the sails, diminishing the amount of fabric facing the wind before returning to the deck. It's enough for now. Ask companion's aid. Maya, can you and Nishizi help to scout out the extent of this storm? You know what to do, Stinkfeathers. Maya launches the bird off her arm as Shiza spreads his wings and lets the wind carry him higher until he's a distant red-beaked speck. Alright. The storm's got a fist behind it, but for the moment it's holding. Alright, assign crew duties. That's enough for now. We're prepared as we're going to get. Alright, can't outrun this one. Well, that's why I had you lash yourself to the wheel. Okay, and the wind drives rain across the decks. All hands to their posts. We're holding course. Okay, success. Waves rise and break over the rails, sending water cascading over the decks. Sailors shout orders to one another, clinging for the rigging for their lives. as you cut your way through the storm. I think I can handle that morale. Storm rages on, showing no sign of subsiding. A cacophonous crack echoes across the deck, announcing the failure of the mast. Swings down and crashes in the port side hull like a battering ram. Seraphim shouts over the roar of the storm that big chunk of hardwood will be putting a roll right through our broadside. Get up on the deck and cut that mast free before it punches through the hull. Hatchet in hand, Seraphim helps cut the lines, sending the mast plunging to the rolling depths. The hands climb in the rigging, hacking at the lines until the mast finally slides free and slips beneath the waves. With a failure, ship pitches suddenly and a monstrous wave strikes it directly across the deck. Kit overboard, grab a line, and mount a rescue. Alright, successfully pulled him up. So you can totally lose somebody overboard. Oh my god, this is another day of storming? Holy shit. Remind me to divert course faster next time. The cry rises like a pronouncement of doom from below decks. Fire! You dive into the hold to see flames licking the beams and making towards the stores and the powder reserves. Alright. Failure? Oh no! After hours of fighting, the crew finally extinguishes the fire. Old Engram's burns, however, are too extensive and the mariner expires later. Oh no! We lost Old Engram! No! As if exhausted, the clouds finally calms, coming to rest like a thick blanket across the sky. The waves, too, end their trembling complaint, and the Defiant finally sails easily. The crew lean against the rails and rigging, their faces haggard but relieved. Well, it's a damn good thing I got another crew member on there. What was Old Engram's? He was a cannoneer. I'll tell you what. Put this dwarf up here. And who is my bosun? None. You must return to the shipyard at Nekataka to change that slot. No! It means he's not with me at the moment. That's alright, though. Oddly enough, even though okay, we've got some -1 repairs. Oh, because we gotta repair our ship up. Yeah, we got enough stuff to repair with. Go to the Tehiwai Isles. Well, where can I put in? There's Tikiwara. And here's just a ruined tower on this island. Let's check this out. Okay, let's check out the ruined tower. Search it. Search it. Search it. And that's it. Well, that storm was rather depressing. Lost Old Engram. He was one of my favorite NPCs. Gotta search this island too. Because it's got stuff on it. Come on. Cannon shot. It's not too bad. Let's head back up here to port. Yeah, these sea shanties are neat. Alright, here we are in Tikiwara. Tikiwara? Huh. I like saying that. This is barely a village.
A ship! I am saved!
Alright, tell me about yourself. The dwarf fans himself with a dish rag. His face is dark and shiny with exertion. Sweat colors wide crescents on his shirt. He looks at you like a drowning man would a dry land.
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless...
He squints at you, dabbling his brow feverishly with a corner of the rag. Stranded? This is a settled island.
Whose standard do you call this settled?
With an anxious swallow, he glances over his shoulder at a sleepy, ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. He isn't fixating on anything in particular, but his eyes widen with unease whenever one of the island Amao draw near. He flinches and clears his throat.
I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pococohara to search for Luminous Adra.
He brushes an insect off his sleeve.
I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead.
He knots the rag in his hands, pulling it taut.
Or didn't know the way himself and was just trying to impress the outsider.
Maya winks down at Ishiza.
Ugh, this is a terrible place.
Alright, go on.
The captain was meant to return. We swim in hostile waters, Ugh. Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hut northeast of that pitiful market.
He nods toward the gutted hull of a ship.
I would have joined her, but my stomach... did not agree.
That may have saved your life.
It's weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party.
He nurses his stomach and winces.
I'd say he's one clove short of a bulb.
Yep, that's about right, Maya. I like Maya.
It is unusual to see one of the locals so outfitted.
He glances up and down at Maya, mostly up.
More unusual than a dwarf with no sense of direction.
Eder nods in agreement. Okay, everybody seems amused with that. Vector is an Avalian name.
Bargroon. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the Republics. But I see the appeal of staying in one place, one safe place.
Alright, here's to hope. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe they found something interesting.
Agrasima, this is hope to my ears.
I doubt it. They're probably all dead, but you never know.
Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have.
He nods, the first signs of relief showing in his red-rimmed eyes. What has you so on edge?
When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more.
The ghost of a smile flits across his face. You were awfully busy for a man claiming to be ill.
Music and ale are medicine for the soul.
He pats a hand over his heart and gives you a sheepish look.
Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us.
He wipes a fresh rivulet of sweat from his temple.
After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course.
He coughs.
But in the early hours, our lookouts Ruano and Anaharu disappeared together.
Okay, go on.
No one from the village approached us all
That's
day.
not good.
And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now
That's really
no
not
one
good.
Here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no?
Perspiration gleams on his forehead.
Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again.
You mentioned Nairi?
The priestess. She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it.
He fans himself even more rapidly.
She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her.
Right, I need supplies.
The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers. Ekosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
He gives you a weak smile and shows off his wares. It's not too bad. I will actually buy some more ropes and grapple because I used a bunch. And I will buy... Huh. I feel like there's a lot of random... There's a lot of random magic items you can buy, but I'm not to that point yet. I gotta get a lot more...
The trading post. You will come to check on me, yes?
Sure, I gotta get a lot more details. Let's level up RPG Crawler. We'll boost Arcana. And we'll boost Insight. Alright, new tier unlocked. Nice, so you can get Heart of the Storm. These are basically your elemental stuff. Acid and Decay seems to be like the go-to for conjuration. Mara's writhing tentacles. Oh yes. And then what else is good? Got Essential Phantom. Wall of Flame. Wall of Flame is also might be neat. Let's see, Crush and Corrode. Corrode. Paralyzed. And these are Freeze, Burn, Corrode, or Shock. I don't... Part of me wants to get Spirit of Decay. Maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, and then let's get Eder to level up. We will boost his athletics, of course. And his intimidate. Got a new level. Vigorous defense, of course. I don't know about charge. Unstoppable. Tumbling bleh. Weapon specialization. We'll do that. And he's shaping up to be a decent tank. Maybe not as good as he was in the first one, but pretty decent. Alright, well, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. We'll explore this island in the next episode. For now, this has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment if you got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content, both tabletop and computer. Until next time, take care and goodbye.